This is the Swiss knife. This is the one gadget you need in your pocket to conduct all your tasks.
The popularity of the CV90 comes from the combination of firepower, mobility and also armor protection.
There is not 1 year where we have laid down the pen from the specification of the CV90, constantly updating the capabilities to stay ahead.
The Mark IV is the latest generation, the 5th generation of CV90. We set out to be ahead of our competitors when the next program comes in with the new set of requirements. That's the way we have worked since the original development of the Mark IV. It all began in the midst of the 90s with the Swedish development of the CV90. Where I must say the Swedish FMV, the Defense Material Administration, had a very progressive way of looking at it. They actually gave us 7 prioritized requirements. The 7 requirements were capability requirements, prioritized from 1 to 7, where number 1 was mobility, number 2 was anti-armor capability, number 3 was anti-aircraft capability, and number 4 was protection. So those first 4 capability requirements is something that we're living on even today. But it also means that all CV90s that have ever come out of this production facility has a basic anti-aircraft capability, which is quite unique actually. So in terms of the prioritized requirements, mobility was the highest priority. So Stridsfordon 9040, which is the nomination in Swedish for the IFV and the Mark IV, I must say it's soft soil mobility in perfection. The 7th requirement was a growth requirement, and what it means is that they wanted all 5 variants for the original development to be developed at the same time, to have a modular platform. That means we have a very easy to come to new variants, which also history has shown. All of these are still in service and are going now into refurbishment for a prolonging its life. The Norwegian customer came in with some very demanding requirements in terms of firing on the move, night capability and protection or survivability actually. And also they had a full competition which we won with all contemporary Western IFVs at that time. And they had very high requirements in mobility area.
I started my experience with the CV90 back in 1998 as a commander trainee. The popularity of the CV90 for the Norwegian Army comes from reliability. It's a vehicle that we can trust without a large logistical organization supporting it. I can refer to my experience during operation in Afghanistan. Mobility, armor protection and firepower. All of those 3 together made the CV90 a force multiplier. The mobility could take us to positions where the enemy didn't expect us. We could surprise them. And also we could take more risk because of the armor protection. And most of all, when we got into favorable combat positions, we had the firepower to actually inflict the enemy and succeed our operations.
By having control of the entire vehicle, both the turret and the chassis, it comes with, I would say, foremost 2 advantages. First of all, we have control of the entire fault chain in terms of precision of the main armament. And secondly, we also have greater opportunities for technology transfer and industrial cooperation. Switzerland and Finland had IFV requirements as well. And part of their requirements made us go to digitizing the vehicle, which gives you means to integrate third-party systems in an easier way. It also means that we can present information from the control system into the information system to maximize the effect of the vehicle and reduce the workload for the crew. The development for the Mark III, from 2 to Mark III, was in a very, very big step in capability, foremost in survivability and lethality, I would say. And the delta was extremely high from the Mark II in terms of the caliber. They had a 35mm/50mm super shot. They wanted air burst munition. They wanted a fully integrated defensive aid suit. They wanted a fully integrated battlefield management system. This was the first vehicle in the world that had a sensor-based protection deeply integrated into control system and information and BMS system.
My name is Jacob. I'm a master gunner on the CV90. My experience reaches back to 2006, where I was part of the implementation in Denmark. I have trained commanders. I have deployed as a master gunner with an armored infantry corps, and basically worked with the CV90 for 10 years now. Well, the CV90 has many capabilities, but the ones I could highlight is, of course, the firepower, the accuracy, and the mobility of the whole system. Especially when we deployed to Afghanistan with my corps, the CV90 turned out to be a battle winner. The adversaries soon learned to respect the CV90, and every time it turned up, they either broke the engagement or avoided to go into one.
Mine protection-wise, this vehicle was to a totally complete new standard than we have ever seen before. Actually, the AEP 55, which sets how you should test or trial mine protection on vehicles, was actually built around the qualification of the CV90 35 in Holland. With the new Norwegian requirements came also a set of requirements for a family of vehicles. So we produced 5 different variants for Norway: IFV, command and control, reconnaissance, combat engineer, and a multi-role vehicle. The delta in the requirement set, I would say, was foremost in the electronic architecture. So we have a 3rd generation electronic architecture in the Mark IIIB, which makes us NATO secret compliant. We have GVA compliance, and also means that we can do target sharing, where one vehicle goes hot with its sensors and distributes target locations to the rest of the vehicles, which then can engage. The 3rd generation electronic architecture also supports the integration of UAV and augmented reality and other semi-automatic and automatic decision support systems for the crew. The Mark IV is the latest generation, the 5th generation of CV90. We have done an internal R&D program to be ready for new customers coming in. And we have done foremost 2 things. We have done upgrades to the drivetrain, and we have the latest, or 4th generation electronic architecture. The drivetrain itself means that we're now qualifying the 37-ton CV90 with a new Scania engine and the latest upgraded X300 heavy-duty transmission. That means you have an additional 2 tons of payload for the end user to utilize. We also now have active damping in our base offering for the chassis. That enables active vehicle dynamics, which means you can have a more stable platform, you can have higher or increased range speed, and we also reduce the life support cost of the vehicle even further. The 4th generation electronic architecture makes sensor fusion and sensor data fusion much more effective. We come in with machine learning algorithms. We have artificial intelligence possibilities. You have a lot of possibility for autonomous support for the crew. It also helps us with the support of augmented reality, 3D map data, and so on without lag. So it's also good for the future growth in that sense. We nowadays have the shortest lead time from the start of a production or a contract to actual IOC, in operations capability. To further shorten our lead times towards the customer requirements with IOCs, we have also modernized the production facility and methods here at BAE CV90. Here at BAE CV90, we have a very long history, more than 50 years, of designing and producing combat vehicles, such as main battle tanks, all-terrain vehicles, and the famous CV90. our dedicated and committed personnel, together with the great teamwork we have here at BAE System Hägglunds, not only the company as such, but also together with the feedback that we get from our users. We are very proud to say we deliver world-class capabilities for those who protect us. And I'm very, very proud to be part of that.